What's going on, guys? Super excited about this video today. I was actually supposed to go fishing this afternoon, but my buddy got sick and backed out. Probably gonna get skunked anyway, so I figured I'd take some time to work on my tackle storage. I saw a video done by Tactical Bassin on their YouTube channel and thought it was amazing. So I decided to do that. I actually ran into a couple snags based on their advice. So what I thought I'd do is I'd make one where I take you from start to finish on how to organize your tackle storage system at home, so you can go from something that looks like this, where you have baits and gear and all kinds of stuff all over the place, and transform it into this. So I'm going to link you guys to everything that I bought in order to get this set up down at the bottom of in the description. The first thing that I bought were these little 2-prong type deals. I got them from Amazon. They're pretty cheap. I think they're like $1 or $2 a piece. But when they send them to you, they send them to you with these little tiny screws, which I don't even know how they're supposed to work. So I took a drill bit, and hopefully the camera will focus. There's a little port right here where the screws are supposed to go. So what I did was I took the drill and made a bigger hole there. So now I have 2 larger holes in the little hangers. Next, I had these little weird backing things on the end of them. So what I did was I just took a pair of needle nose pliers. You go ahead and crimp all 4 of these down. So that way it's going to lay pretty flush against the pegboard. Alright, so now that's flush. Next thing I needed was some pegboard. So this is the only thing that I didn't buy online. I went to my local Ace Hardware in Federal Hill, Baltimore. They were super friendly. I got a 4x4 sheet. It was like, I think, 15 or 20 bucks. So the next thing I noticed was that these holes don't line up. So I actually have to drill into the pegboard in order to secure my swim bait hooks up against this. Now I have 2 little screws and 2 little bolts. I'm sure you can guess what goes on from here. What I'm able to do is lay my swim baits just like that for easy storage. You want to make sure that these things hang the right way, and depending on the swim bait it is, that'll dictate whether you have it belly first or back first. Ideally you want these things hanging so that nothing or barely anything is touching the backboard. So if you're going to spend 15, 20, 30, 40 bucks on these soft Jerry Rago swim baits or the Huddlestons, you want them to lay as flat as possible so that when you get out there on the water and you cast it out there and you're winding back, that it's running true. You don't want it all mangled, which I think this does a really good job of compared to, say, leaving it in your tackle box for the winter. So the next thing that I had was, well, I have a lot of these baits, like this new, I believe it's pronounced Gantrel, that doesn't have a boot tail. So how do I hang this? So I went out and I bought these little 6-inch prongs. Again, the link will be in the description. Super easy. You go ahead, you put it in there. Now, the next issue I ran into is that the split shot, or the split ring rather, doesn't fit over that little peg. So like the guy said in tactical bassin, you want a size 2 barrel swivel. Again, link will be in the description. You take it right through. You take it right through that eye swivel, and then you take the barrel and you go ahead and drop it on. All right, so another little tiny issue. So I have this Matt Lohr's yellow perch. I mean, gosh, what an awesome bait, first of all. I mean, that dude is a genius, what he makes. But it's a smaller swim bait. It has a smaller tail. If I hang it right there, you can see, I mean, that's gonna fall off at some point. I mean, the tail's a little too tiny. So what I did was I took my needle nose pliers, same pliers, actually pulled them out of my tackle box, and you can crimp this together. And now my little baby yellow perch sits in there much nicer, much more snug. Take that down one more level. Still gets it in and out super easily. Pretty happy with that. All right, little bass donkeys. So we have our board built. We got everything hanging there real nice. Now the next issue I ran into was how to actually hang this board up against the wall so it looks really nice like it did in that tactical bassin video. That's a little outside my pay grade. I have these little city hands, don't know how to do anything. So I've called in reinforcements, my good buddy, Black & Decker employee and owner of patswoodies.com, came over to offer some help. So we're gonna get this thing up on the wall looking real nice.